Donna, kind of like the Benedict game, able to get in a lot of rotations tonight. Was there something specific that you were looking for, while you were running your rotations, maybe at point guard?
Um, no, I was just trying to abide by the minute restrictions with our point guards, and knew that I just had to make sure that we're not going overboard with them. Ended up they didn't play the total amount of minutes that was allotted, but we'd seen enough. Like we're moving in the right direction. We need to get them a few more like game experiences. So this was a good tune up for them, and we're gonna see where we are in our next game.
Hey, Coach. This is the first time we got to see Raven tonight on the court. Just what has her progression looked like coming back from the injury, and where do you feel like she's at in terms of game readiness?
Yeah, I mean Raven's fearless. Like she just plays. She doesn't think about her knee unless her knee brace strap comes loose, and then we have to remind her that it's loose. I mean she's a young like point guard that has a great feel for the game. Like you can tell, there's certain things she does. It's just a seamless. I mean, she can pass the ball. I mean, she makes people. She puts the ball where they should have it instead of where they want it. And like I thought she put Zaya in a position where, Zaya wasn't stopping at the 3-point line. She made her drive to the basket. Those are just some of the little nuances that Raven brings to the table. She can find Camilla. She can shoot the ball. She can score it. So she defends. So, I mean, I liked her progression. She's, hopefully she'll get a little bit more, minutes in our next game. Just allowed to play a little bit longer.
Dawn, I know you've done it before. I know the banner was coming down and the rings were going to be. But what was it like watching this group get that celebration in the championship? It had to be pretty emotional.
Actually, it wasn't emotional. I actually was, I was super happy. Just, I mean, I'm looking at their names being called, and I'm looking at them walk up to Coach Tanner and receive their rings, and it's just pure joy. Like this is, I call myself a dream merchant, and that is the moment in which you say, you've done your job. You've done your job. They came here to win a national championship, and they did it. And it's one for the ages, really.
Hey, Don, hope you're doing well. Is there anything you saw from your team tonight that maybe you didn't see from last week or a month of practices that you needed to see at game speed? Did you learn anything you maybe didn't know going into tonight?
I mean, we've been practicing a really long time. So I see us formulating great habits, like habits that we have in practice, and seeing them in the game. We've been very fortunate in that our practice guys, the highlighters, they're very good. Like they're super good. They're probably the best highlighter team that we've had. So it's hard to gauge how good we really are because, I mean, they beat us all the time. Like, I mean, we're getting after it, and they beat us. They make it look very easy. So it's hard to gauge exactly where we are, except you have instances tonight where you see us being able to play ball screens a little bit differently than each quarter. You see us be able to switch and play and not really lose. And we haven't really worked that a whole lot where we're just switching everything. But I saw us do a really good job of executing that.
Coach, I know you have a lot of veterans on this team that might have been through something similar to this, but there's obviously 4-game road trip coming up, and just what kind of things are you, I guess, telling them and prepping them, maybe particularly the young players, what kind of ways are you prepping them, I guess, for that road trip?
I mean, the only thing that we could tell them when we started this last week, and I explained to them exactly what's going to happen in the next 2 weeks. And in order for them to perform, at a peak level, it starts with resting and hydrating and taking this thing a little bit more serious until you're in the middle of it. Once you're in the middle of it, you're fighting and clawing if you didn't do what you needed to do, a week and a half before. So just telling them just how, they probably don't know. They probably have been keeping the same, hours of their social life. But their game will tell on them. It will. And then, fortunately for us, we got some veteran players that can step in and do what they've done, their entire careers.
Have you ever had post players like Ashlyn and Sanaya that can get out and run? And how do you incorporate that ability going forward?
Yeah, I know it's tough. We have like 7 bigs. 7. Like, we have more bigs than we do guards. So, and I'm thinking, I don't know. We got to find. Like today, I thought Fagan came out, was the first post off the bench. And then in the third quarter, I chose to go with Ashlyn as the first post off the bench. But then Fagan's sitting, she sat for, from the 5 minutes that she played until the fourth quarter, only because I thought we had to play our starters a little bit longer. They need some continuity as well. So it's just going to be a give and take. I think what's really important is we find a way to get them the ball and to really reward them for running. Like, they're just still very young. They're still very young, and we don't want to lose sight of them being young, but we also have to put them in positions where they gain game experience, because I do think they can help us. It's a log jam there. So it's a log jam. So, we got to keep talking to them and letting them, like, Fagan didn't know that I was doing that. I didn't really know that I was going to put Ashlyn in the third quarter first, but it's just to keep them engaged as well.
Anything else, Coach? Jeremiah? And then we'll do one more with Alan.
Coach, obviously we understand your position on Brittany Griner. You've been outspoken about her. I'm curious, where did you get the hoodie from? I'm not sure that we've seen you with that hoodie on from tonight.
Yeah, this is the hoodie that they gave to all the players in the WNBA. I think several other players in the NBA. I got it from her agent, and I got another one from the Players Association. So I got 2. Yeah.
I know she only played 9 minutes tonight, but what did you see from Kiera Fletcher, her first game in your program, and how do you kind of evaluate her progress coming back from the injury and now at game speed?
Well, I thought Kiara just tried to get everything back that, over the last 20 months of not playing. And I actually would much rather like her that way rather than being hesitant and let the game come to her, because she's ready. I think she wants to do well. She wants the chemistry to be a lot stronger. But it'll take some time. It'll take some time. Like, she's aggressive. Like, she wants to score, and we need that from her position. We need her to facilitate as well. I think we got the best of both worlds in her and Raven, and them being, 2 point guards that, that give us something totally different, and I like it. Thank you. Thank you.